Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Melanoma Research Foundation's special guest series in honor of our 25th anniversary, which we are celebrating this entire year. My name is Kyleigh LiPira. I'm the CEO of the Melanoma Research Foundation, and I am so thrilled to share with you the exciting events that we have planned for this year to celebrate the good work that has been done over the last 25 years. We are so inspired here at the Melanoma Research Foundation as to how far we've come as a community over the last 25 years. But we also know all too well that so much work has yet to be done. We are still losing far too many people every year to this disease and its rarer forms of melanoma like ocular, mucosal, and acral. The MRF's mission is simple. Our job is to eradicate melanoma by accelerating medical research while educating to and advocating for the melanoma community. When the MRF was founded 25 years ago by a woman named Diana Ashby, who was experiencing her third melanoma recurrence, there were very few treatment options. And it was the fact that she was so limited in what she could do to treat her recurrence that she decided to advocate on behalf of all melanoma patients to raise funds to fund research that would lead to one day a cure. As many of you know, we are not at a cure yet, but we have come a very long way in developing treatments that are extending life and improving lives for melanoma patients and their families. We hope that this year you will join us in our celebration, that you will support the MRF's mission by making a tax-deductible donation and helping us in the work that we continue to do to help our community. We're asking people to give the gift of hope because we truly believe that hope changes everything. And today, I am so happy to welcome our first special guest of 2021 in honor of our 25th anniversary, Steve Silverstein. A stage 4 melanoma survivor and board chair of the Melanoma Research Foundation, Steve is a fierce advocate of our work and has been involved in many of the programs that we have developed over the last 10 years to help melanoma patients and their families. Please join me in welcoming Steve.
Thanks, Kyleigh. Hope changes everything. I cannot imagine a more powerful and perfect tagline to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Melanoma Research Foundation. Hope changes everything. Hello, my name is Steve Silverstein, and I've been a board member for the past 12 years, and have had the honor of being the chair for the past 8 years. 17 years ago, my journey with melanoma started with a stage 4 diagnosis, given 6 to 12 months to wrap up my affairs, and only a 6% chance of long-term survival. Hope changes everything. As Kyleigh described, Diana Ashby's vision of the organization to bring together all aspects of the melanoma community has been beautifully brought to life through the MRF of today. Hope is the most vital support for patients and families that any organization can provide. The MRF has been providing that hope for 25 years through our education programs, offering the latest information on existing treatment options and linking patients to state-of-the-art clinical trials. The organization has grown dramatically with the patient journey at the heart of our mission. We are the voice of the patient. 70% of our board are melanoma survivors. We understand the challenges this disease brings to patients and their caregivers. Research is in our name. From the very beginning, the MRF has brought together the research community to focus on finding cures for melanoma. Over the years, we have funded nearly $20 million in research grants, and critically, working with our Scientific Advisory Council, we have developed symposium to define the state of the melanoma science. These help organize the community to explore the most pressing and potentially impactful areas of the disease. Topics include the definitive white paper on the state of melanoma, brain metastasis, uveal melanoma, pediatric melanoma, and recently the impacts of COVID on the melanoma patients. Many of the leading scientists in the melanoma community today got their start with grants from the MRF. Over the years, the MRF has expanded our research and support efforts to include many subtypes beyond the more well-known cutaneous melanoma. We've brought together the scientific community from around the world to study these specific forms and help find cures. The first program was started by Dr. Sarah Selig and her husband, Dr. Greg Strex, to find cures for ocular melanoma. Unfortunately, Greg was lost to the disease, but their efforts created the Cure-OM initiative, which Sarah now leads as part of the Melanoma Research Foundation team. That model pulls together researchers together in the field and brings patients together with the latest information by creating a community. Today, this group is thriving with annual scientific conferences and support meetings for patients and caregivers. Using this model, the MRF has created similar programs for the pediatric community and now for the acral and mucosal rare subtypes. Hope is everything. And through these vital programs, hope is now part of these patients' journey. The advocacy programs support awareness and prevention campaigns on Capitol Hill and throughout the country. The MRF has leveraged the power of our advocacy efforts by helping to establish melanoma as a participating disease in the Department of Defense cancer research programs. Started in 2009, the community has received over $90 million in research funding. 2 years ago, we were able to create a separate line item for melanoma in the defense bill, specifically for melanoma research. Next year, $30 million will be available in research grants just for melanoma study. Other programs include pressing for tanning bed legislation for minors and for advocating for sun safety funding and support through the many different government agencies. None of the wonderful progress we have made could have been possible without the support of our community of volunteers, supporters, and our staff. Over the years, thousands have dedicated their time and efforts to help the MRF in our mission. From the volunteers who help run our runs and galas across the country to the board members who help guide the organization over the years. Thank you all for what you have done and you continue to do. Our corporate sponsors have stood by the MRF over these years, providing funding and guidance as together we develop programs to support our patients and caregivers. Our staff has done outstanding work, bringing these programs to life in a cost-effective and highly impactful way. We could not have made these many achievements without the support of all of these groups. A special thanks to our partners in the science and medical community. Through their efforts, we have made great strides in defeating this disease. Our scientific advisory committee has guided our research efforts from the very beginning, assuring every dollar is invested in the best science available with the biggest potential impact on finding a cure. They volunteer enormous time and effort driving our grant and science programs forward. We are greatly appreciative of their time, their efforts, and their wisdom. 25 years ago, there were no FDA-approved treatments for melanoma. 17 years ago, there was one, interleukin-2, with a 6% long-term survival rate. Today, there are 13 drugs and treatments approved with survival rates of 40 to 50%, with many more in the pipeline of development. Critically, many of these drugs developed for melanoma are being successfully deployed in different cancers with excellent results. 25 years of hope. Over these last 17 years, I've had the joy of watching my two daughters grow, attend high school graduations with them, college graduations, graduate school graduations, as well as walking them down the aisle for their weddings, and now to the fun of being with their children. Hope is everything. On to the next 25 years. Please join us in this challenge of supporting each other and helping to find a cure. Thank you.